Hey everyone, this is Benang. I hope you're doing well. I've made a huge mistake. I bought white beer. I didn't know what it was, and in the end, it was wheat beer, and I hate wheat beer. Well, that's not important right now. What's important are artifacts in Duelist. I want to talk to you about artifacts. I want to tell you what they are, what you can expect from artifacts, and how you can play against artifacts. So, first of all, what are artifacts? Artifacts are, as you can see, their own classes of cards. They are neither minions nor spells, they're just that, artifacts. They are items that your general can equip. A general can have up to 3 artifacts. If you already have 3 and equip a new one, your oldest one will automatically get destroyed and you equip the newest one. If, by any means, you replace your general, the new unit that becomes your general will still have the artifacts. Okay? Keep that in mind when you are playing with Grandmaster Zia. Every artifact, when you have them equipped, has 3 durability. It's true for, this one, for this, and for this one. Artifacts always have 3 durability charges, and you only lose a charge when you take damage. You don't lose charges for using artifacts, only when you take damage. And every instance of damage reduces the charges by 1. So when you take a single damage, you will lose 1 durability. When you take 10 damage, you will lose 1 durability. When you take 25 damage, you will lose 1 durability, but then you will lose the game also. So don't take 25 damage on 1 hit. Okay, so now that you know what artifacts are and how to use them, I want to talk more specific about the specific artifacts that exist. Artifacts are always categorized roughly in 3 categories. First of all, we have attack artifacts. They just give your general a certain amount of attack. Second of all, we have keyword artifacts. If you've seen my video about keywords, you know what keywords are. And these artifacts provide your general with a certain keyword. Most of the time, it's the faction-specific keyword that they provide. And the third category are special artifacts. These artifacts do something special, and it's different for every faction, and it's a unique effect that most of the time no other card can reproduce. So then, without further ado, let's have a look at all the artifacts that currently are in this game. We have, first of all, for Lionel, 3 artifacts. This one is the attack artifact, just gain 1 attack, nothing too spectacular here. This one is the keyword artifact. If you read the description, you will realize it's basically the same as Zeal. But Zeal not applied to your general, because that wouldn't make any sense, but applied to other minions. So this artifact gives other minions Zeal plus 2 attack. This card is it's a win more card. It's you have to have minions to be able to utilize this. So it's not as stable as, for example, this artifact here. Arclight Regalia, arguably the best artifact for Lionel, and maybe even in the whole game. It not only provides plus 2 attack, it provides the special effect that it prevents 2 damage. The first 2 damage you receive every turn, and if you prevent 2 damage and the attack or the spell doesn't deal any more damage, so you reduce the damage to 0, you won't even lose a durability charge. And the good thing about this is that it stacks. If you have 2 Arclight Regalias, you will prevent the first 4 damage you receive and receive no durability loss if it was reduced to 0. And if you have 3 of those equipped, then you can prevent the first 6 damage you receive, and none of them will lose any durability. However, if you take 7 damage, you can prevent 6, and 1 damage goes through, all Regalias will lose 1 durability. Keep that in mind. Okay, now we move on to Songhai. And Songhai, okay, also has 3 artifacts. First of all, this is the plus attack artifact, and holy shit, it's strong. Not only does it give you plus attack, it gives you backstab, which is the Songhai specific keyword. And yeah, this is the contender, the other contender for the strongest artifact in the game, because Songhai has so many means of utilizing, getting the most out of this backstab. He can use Repulsor Beast, Songhai can use Mist Walking, Silhouette Tracer to move his general or the enemy's minions around, so most of the time he can always land a backstab attack. Okay, next one we have the keyword artifact, and oh my god, this is so strong too! Your general gains ranged, and yeah, it sounds easy, it sounds simple, but it's just that amazing. If you've seen my video about keywords, you know, if you attack from ranged another blast minion, the blast minion can't return attack. So what happens is you can just, with this artifact, sit in the background and pound on the enemy general or other minions that cannot counterattack. Every minion that could attack your general from range will get counterattacked instead. So this artifact in combination with this one is just so good. Then we have the special artifact. The effect is, if you cast a spell, deal 1 damage to the enemy general. Quite easy, very similar to the 4 Winds Magi, that minion deals 1 damage and heals you for 1, so this is just half the effect. This artifact used to be 0 mana, which made it very, very, very popular in Spell Songhai. Spell Songhai still use it, but it's not as strong anymore. But as you can imagine, you can chain spells, you know, draw spells, make them cheaper, even more spells. This artifact makes your spells even more awesome. Okay, let's move on to Trovian. Trovian can be a very artifact-focused faction, as you can see how many cards pop up when I type artifact in. However, they only have 3 artifacts, same as every other faction. First of all, we have the plus attack artifact, just gives 2 attack, nothing spectacular here. Then we have Wildfire Ankh, which gives blast. And yeah, this artifact is also very great. Same as, or similar to the ranged artifact from Songhai, this gives you a ranged attack, but this is not as good. First of all, if you want to utilize blast, you have to be in the same line as your enemy. Sometimes with good placement your enemy can avoid that, and second of all, you can't return attack. So if a ranged minion attacks you, you lose durability and can't return. If another blast minion or blast general attacks you, you can't return attack. So this is a bit weaker in my opinion than the ranged mask. Second of all, we have the special artifact, and oh my god, this one is so boring. This gives you attack, which is okay, but the effect is, if you damage an enemy minion, its attack becomes 1. So you attack a, let's say, 4/4 minion, it becomes a 1/4, or let's say a 6/6 minion, because 4/4 wouldn't survive. Let's imagine you attack a 6/6 minion, its attack becomes 1. So when it returns attack, you will lose durability charge, but you will lose only 1 life. This is like, in my opinion, a last sword effort. You know, it's like, oh, come on, I want to kill your minion, but please don't kill me in return. If you can somehow manage to combine it with blast, but it's quite a costly combination, you can get a lot of value out of it, and you can combine it with Zenrui, but all of these are very fringe cases. It's very difficult to achieve. That's why I have 0 of these cards. I tried to make it work, but it didn't, so I disenchanted it. Okay, now we move on to Abyssian. Abyssian are very interesting. This is their plus attack artifact, which gives +2 attack, and another special effect, which is if you kill anything, you gain 2 health. And this works on every minion and every enemy general. This card is especially good against Vanna with their walls, and with Trovian if they are playing obelisks, because you can attack those, take no damage, but heal yourself, which is very nice. Then we have the keyword artifact, which is Deathwatch, gains 2 attack. It works just like the keyword on another minion. Gain 2 attack whenever anything else dies, either your minion or the enemy's minions. And the special artifact is very interesting in my opinion. It's a Wraithling generator. Whenever your general damages anything, you gain it spawns a 1/1 Wraithling. So it too works on walls, it works on obelisks, and it's strong against those, and it's strong if you play Wraithling deck. But unfortunately Abyssian right now aren't that powerful, so we don't see many Abyssians. And then we have Magmar. Magmar has the strongest plus attack artifact, which is 4 mana, 4 attack. It used to be even stronger, 6 attack, but Counterplay decided this was too OP, so they nerfed it. Then the keyword they gain with artifacts is Frenzy. Just like with every minion, you gain Frenzy. Keep in mind, you only get 1 counter attack if you use Frenzy. So make sure to attack the minion with the lowest attack when you do that. And then the special one is, it's a very interesting one. Whenever a friendly minion or your general takes damage, your general gains attack. It's similar to the Lioner one in the case that it's a win more card. You have to have some minions up already to trigger the artifact. If you don't have any minions and just equip that, let's say for free, then you can only start using that from after losing 1 durability charge, after attacking yourself and taking damage. So this card, it has some potential, but it's quite difficult to use still. And now we come to the last faction. It's Vanna. They have an attack artifact 2, which gives +3 attack for 3 mana. Then, this is an interesting one, because this is kinda a keyword, but not really, which is, okay, maybe we can't shoehorn this. They have, let's say they don't have a keyword artifact, they have 2 special ones, okay? First one would be stun the enemy general or minion you attack, which is kinda nice actually. Stun is the best CC in this game, because this spell doesn't remove stun. So if you stun anything, it really stays stunned. However, it will counterattack, just as any other minion that is stunned will counterattack. So don't expect to attack and then don't get a counterattack. That doesn't work. The thing that makes Winterblade so bad is the mana cost, because it's really expensive for mana. Then we have Coldbiter, which is very interesting. It has the same effect as Naga Siren's opening gambit, which is deal 2 damage to every minion around your general for free. You don't have to attack, you just have to end your turn and it triggers automatically. And this is very interesting. If you combine your deck with many provoke minions, your enemy can't attack your general, and you can get lots of value out of your artifact. Okay, that's it. That's it with artifacts. I hope you've learned something. I hope you can improve your play. And game on. See you around.